Welcome to Midnight Madness or just Musings. Um, One thing I've realized is that I want to get better at the art of communicating and sort of just being able to voice my thoughts and articulate what's going on inside. And at the crux of it is just practicing. And so every day before going to sleep, I'm just going to give my musings of the day and what I've learned today. And hopefully, over the years, I'm able to sort of articulate my thoughts in a more concise and clear manner, more powerful manner. And so today's thought is that really at the crux of all of this is people. Um, Numbers, all of this exists, but I just hope that when I'm 70, 80, 120, 150, let's see how technology goes, um, I don't forget that at the heart of everything that we're doing is people, and that whatever we're doing is for people, by the people, with the people, and people don't become sets of numbers on spreadsheets, and you realize that there are lives behind everybody. If you're firing someone, hiring someone, there's a whole family, lots of people behind that family that sort of depend on it. um, and I just feel like nowadays we're gravitating towards just looking at statistics, and that empathy might be getting lost. I don't know, don't get me wrong, I'm just sometimes it's just sad to see the way things are going sometimes. And I just hope that I, at least with whatever I try and do, small, big, whatever impact I can have on the world, I remember that people are at the heart of it. And I remember that, appreciate that, and sort of keep driving that home. And with whatever I do, sorry, I'm just repeating myself, but I guess that's the point of this. I'm supposed to get better at articulating and sort of just communicating, and well, yeah. So, what else can I talk about today? It's been an interesting day working on a web app, mobile app actually. We've switched, and so been working with Cursor. It's been quite a steep learning curve. I've tried VO by Versal, decent, but AO.dev was so powerful at developing the front end. Cursor is absolutely goated for actually having an AI augmented pal to help with coding. And Claude is seriously underrated. Like with a couple of prompts, what I was able to build today is that was actually insane. So yes, definitely in the AI space, using AI to develop stuff. Let's see how it goes. What else? Right, intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are very interesting. Like I cut my own hair this yesterday morning, and I'm thinking about it. Not too happy with the way it went, but well, I have to own up to it now. And so sort of being able to keep intrusive thoughts at bay and being able to recalibrate and sort of take a pause, take a step back, and understand what's going on, and then take it forward from there, is is something that I need to work on. And yeah, I'm just thinking like I'm starting this today. Hopefully, I can do this every day of my life. And I just want to look back 50 years down the lane, see where I am at that point, where I am today, and just see this phenomenal growth where every day I'm aiming to get that 1% better. And I'm just super excited to see where life takes me. Hopefully in a positive direction, fingers crossed. But, and sorry, no, but, and it's just gonna be super thrilling and exciting. What else can I talk about? See, the thing is, I'm just so young. Like, I could spend 10 minutes giving advice and being like, ooh, all philosophical and everything, but I haven't, I've lived life like however many years I'm alive, but it's just, am I at the point where I can actually give advice to people? People are so much more learned than me. They've experienced so much more, gone through so much hardship, gone through so many lessons that really, do you want a 22-year-old telling you how to live life or his philosophy? It is an interesting thing. Maybe when I'm older, I'll get more into that stuff. But sometimes I feel philosophy should be something that you hold closer to your heart. Maybe share with your near ones because they'll appreciate your thoughts more. But the entire point of it is that we're all living very unique lives, albeit quite similar. Like, it's quite scary. Like, when I'm scrolling through Instagram looking at reels, which I should probably cut down on, it's very interesting how the way I think is very similar to the way other people are thinking as well. And I don't know if it's because we've today people have so many shared experiences because of the exposure to social media. It's very interesting that the way lots of people think is very similar. And so definitely a point to look at. But sorry, I digressed. The idea is that communication, our lives are very unique and sort of similar, but philosophy introspection should be unique to ourselves. And I just don't feel I have anything to share. So my goal is every day, like 10 minutes just talking, but I do want to, and it has to be spontaneous. Like, I can't prepare what I'm going to say beforehand. And genuinely, it's, ooh, I like this deep voice. Deep voice is nice. Um, Impactful. Um, is the idea that I'm at the point where I can give advice to people, and maybe giving advice is the easiest part. Gaining an audience is harder, but sometimes people do want to listen to someone giving advice. But at the end of the day, how many of those people are actually executing on that advice? And so the people who should be giving advice are people who've achieved something, because then the advice is held in a more credible manner, in a more inspirational sense. Right now, I've barely achieved anything, and I'm not at the point where I can give advice or I should be giving advice. Like, I've definitely have plenty of experiences. I've been very privileged to visit lots of countries and have the experiences I have. But does that really give me the power or the right to give advice to people? Just food for thought. Okay, another 90-ish seconds. What can I talk about? What can I talk about? Just the idea that, honestly, like, living life, appreciating life, like that entire like kalhona ho, that is something I'm holding quite dear to me recently. And it's just that life is so tumultuous. You don't know what tomorrow holds, what even the next hour holds. And being appreciating the privilege we have. Like, I have the privilege of actually even recording this video, and I had dinner today, and just appreciating and being grateful for all of this is quite special. And so trying to live life to the fullest and really appreciating life for what it is a philosophy I'm trying to imbibe um, more and more in the past few days, past few months. And I feel that because of that, I've become a more positive individual personally. And that has brought a lot more positivity to the people around me as well. And I'm really appreciating, I'm really liking myself more and more as a person and as a best friend. Like, today, I'm my own best friend and I love hanging out with myself. And I think that's the best compliment I could ever give myself. Because, hey, like, and you know, as like people have said time and time again, if you don't like hanging out with yourself, how can you expect other people to enjoy hanging out with yourself. And I feel right now I'm just super proud and super happy to be the sort of person I am. I'm joyful, bit carefree maybe, feel I'm kind, considerate, and yeah, I'm enjoying the type of person I'm becoming. I need to lock in, get in the grind mode a bit more, and sort of cut down on distractions. That is one thing that I am seeing, that it is hard for me, and I'm seeing, especially in like a lot of the peers I'm surrounded with, there's a lot of distraction today, and I feel if people, because there's so much more distraction today, well, the form of distraction has changed, that in a sense it's easier to do better, because if you can get past all of these distractions you can do better. It's harder to get past the distractions, but it's sort of like statistically, in like that sense of like how many people, and sort of that sense, I think the stats are better. And genuinely this is the best time to build, with AI coming. And I know there is a hype, there is genuinely a hype behind it, that might have formed lots of micro bubbles with all the rappers. But I do feel that this entire way of thinking, where people aren't doing the grunt work anymore, they're getting technology to do the grunt work with all these AI agents, is definitely a way that's going to revolutionize a lot of industries. And it's genuinely the best time to be a builder. And I'm all for it. Like, it is a risk, but as Tom said, Tom Blumfield, when he came to campus, said, this is the best time. Like, I have the lowest risk that I'll probably have, because the lifestyle I'm accustomed to is a student lifestyle. I don't have a lot of responsibilities. I don't have a lifestyle I'm accustomed to. Like, and just, I think, yeah, I think it is hard. There's a lot of risk involved, but I hope it's scary, but I hope it'll be worth it one day. When I look back, I'll be happy with taking this risk, um, and becoming an entrepreneur. Um, yeah, it's just midnight musings with me. But what are your thoughts? Like, if someone ever views this cliched, dumb midnight video, what are your thoughts? Like, how do you feel the world is going forward? And generally, actually, that would actually be a really cool thing. Like, if we could turn this, I don't know if YouTube is the right place, but like, where people can sort of discuss all of these thoughts about what is popping nowadays, like locking in, and just a space where you have lots of people building together. It'll be very interesting. It's my mind's very like all over the place right now, but I don't know if we could create some sort of space where you're surrounded by different types of people, but sort of like-mindedness, where we're all trying to create a better world where people are at the center. That would be very, very interesting, because one thing that I've definitely seen is your peer group, or the people you surround yourself with, really affects and determines the sort of pathway you take. Because at least in my time in uni, no offense to my friends, I felt surrounded myself with the people that work the hardest, and I feel that has definitely influenced me. And if I'd surrounded myself with people that work a lot harder, I would have been a lot more focused, a lot on a different level. But some of the people I've surrounded myself with have had such high EQs that it's pushed me to appreciate other people a lot more. And I feel, if there's one thing I'm happy with getting out of this 4 years of university, is that I've been able to develop a better and more proficient EQ, being able to understand people. And I feel at the end of the day, that's what will be the differentiator in the future, because a lot of logic, reasoning, a lot of that will sort of be augmented with technology. But EQ, emotional, maybe you might be able to somewhat augment that, but it's this is human connection and being able to understand, empathize, and sort of vibe with people is genuinely a thing. So should be interesting. Well, but this is it for today. Just midnight musings, and I guess yeah, if you have any ideas about whatever I said, I'd love to sort of discuss or have other people discuss. And every day, like having conversations with people, because see, I'm just a kid learning, and I want, like, even when I'm like 90, 120 years old, I'm still a kid learning from all of you guys, all of everybody. And just, if anybody ever watches these, they give me feedback, they tell me what to improve on, or even just give me advice, or like talk to me and react to my ideas, and just sort of have a conversation, and have a conversation every day with random people all over the world over the course of the next 130 years. That would be really, really epic, you know? Like, for me, definitely it would be a privilege if I were able to have random conversations with random people every single day for the next 130 years. Would be absolutely phenomenal. But then even like the bank that would be able to sort of create, and then like putting in an LLM, for like modern time's sake, on top of that, where you can like sort of search, and just this treasure trove of stuff, content, that would actually be really, really cool. I think comment sections, creating an LLM on a channel, and going through the comment section, being able to like sort of take ideas and stuff from it, would be absolutely epic. It would be a treasure trove of knowledge and insights. So if someone has time in their hands and they actually do watch through all of this, please do give me feedback, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.